looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things... There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Sanders. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Now on the option. Shakes off the tackler. And he breaks into the open. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned...
You talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Pulls it in. It's Dixon. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He wants to throw it. He makes the connection. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. A running back and a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's open. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Here's the handoff. Shakes off the defender. On the move, it flicks away another tackler. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Got some room to run.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They want to run it left here. At midfield, he's got room. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Now they'll try the right side. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Gets it out fast.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. On the move, he fires. Makes the catch. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
He gets a block. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return. Two-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. What a good mix of plays keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react to getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down run.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll test the right side. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Colin.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
And defensively, man, you just want to get to fourth down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially in this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
Touchdown, Hurricane! Reeled it in and just made the house call. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in.
From the gun, running back gets the give. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Hokies will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pressure coming. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. They'll run this play from the pistol. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try the left side. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Now on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. That they can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Hit as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Excellent field position here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing, using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's good.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's looking for a man on second down. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Go into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. At the 35, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And the Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll try the run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Trying play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Finds just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback checking off. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Hurricanes are flying down the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Keeps it going. He chucks one out to the right. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Offense gets set for 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Canes will call on their punt team. This will be their 1st punt of the afternoon. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
Lets it fly. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. 3rd and goal from way back there. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Got room at the 35. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Canes.
Anytime you've got got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. He's going to run it. And the Hokies get enough to move the chains.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the field.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
As a quarterback, you've got to be precise when throwing these corner routes. You cannot leave the ball short or that thing is getting picked. So nice job by the QB putting enough air under the...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Hokies!
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sanders. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Gets away from one. Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, Miami! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Trying to find his man on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Looking to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. But this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Cade! And the stomping has commenced. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be knocked down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's going to take off. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hokies with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The give to the back. Tackled after picking up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Using the quick game. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of.
Touchdown, Hurricane! And the punishment has been extended. They finish it off with a touchdown and seal up this game.
Yeah, this might be what you call garbage time. It might not really matter because you know the game's out of reach, but I like to keep executing, keep finding some more plays. Hey, maybe you find a play later on down the season you might come back to and say, hey, this actually worked in this situation.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink working and not working, and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense?
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
3:25.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. He's got it on a diving catch along the left side. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now